Skydog had potential, and there are some okay aspects to the film, but it definitely needs quite a bit of work to be a good film. This was released in 2020. It's directed by Tim Kaiser and Daniel Knudsen, written by Mark A. Knudsen, and we have a cast including Daniel Knudsen, Vickie Lynn Smith, Dean Cain, and various others. And it's about a teenage boy called Colt, and his mother is an undercover CIA agent, and he rescues a dog called Oreo, great name, and they team up to find her as she has been captured. It seems like a gripping narrative. It seems like it could have a lot of twists and turns, and yeah, there are things like that, but the story's just not the most fascinating. But I think the real problem I have with this is that the audience, from my perspective, is unclear, and I feel like they should have gone one way or another with this, because there are times when it feels like a children's film. Not a family film, but a children's film. But then there are scenes where I think that's just not going to appeal to a younger viewer. In average, generally speaking, I'm generalizing. There will, of course, be children who enjoy the whole thing, and there will be children who don't like any of it. But there were times when it just felt like it wasn't going to appeal to the average younger viewer. But there were scenes that felt like they were really for younger children, or children, I guess, not very young children. And that meant that the tone kept shifting, and it seemed like the film didn't know what it wanted to be. And that made for a really uncomfortable experience, and it just didn't work very well as a story. And it was just a little bit murky. I wasn't bothered about the CIA aspect, I couldn't care less, but I did like Colt as a character. So I wasn't emotionally invested in the film, but I wanted the best for him. I thought he was a decent enough character. The performances are okay. They are watchable, so that's not really a big issue. We have some good music, credit where it's due. I quite like the music. So it's not a good film. The story as a concept is interesting enough, but the execution's a little all over the place. It's very unclear, to me at least, whether it's trying to be a children's film or a film for older viewers. And that's not to say every film needs a very specific target audience, but this one just kept going back and forth, and it just didn't work very well. The dog was very, very cute. So, do I recommend it? If you're curious, check it out. It is watchable. It's not a great experience. It's probably a good one to put on if you want background company while you're doing other things, if you want something on where you don't really need to pay that much attention to it, but if you dip in and out of it, it's not going to irritate you. It might be okay with that in mind. So, it's not great. It could have been. It had a lot of potential. It didn't meet that potential. In general, if you're looking for a good story to sit down and become immersed in, then this is not going to be that film. But if you're looking for a bit of background company that's not going to be that irritating, then maybe Skydog can be okay for that.